All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. How are you doing? I hope everybody is feeling good today. Let's see what wants to come through today in the message. I have been receiving, I think I said this yesterday in my own private readings for myself. I have been receiving a lot of messages about meditation, increased meditation. And I want to introduce the idea to you that if right away you go like, no, I can't do it. I'm too ADHD. I've got too much going on, whatever. I'm going to kind of introduce the idea of maybe like I don't know even what you call this, but it's kind of like a walking practice where you every hour or so, or every 2 hours, or every couple of hours, or whatever, you stop and just ground yourself and be just much more present in what you're doing. And that, I mean, hey, in addition to meditation, that would be awesome. But I'm just saying, like, what you're wanting to do, meditation is about seeing that this thought, this constant stream of thoughts is not really you. It's not you. Okay. And you are the core soul energy, which is different than the thinking mind, the ego, the constant stream of thoughts that flow through. A lot of the constant stream of thoughts that flow through can be about other people's ideas, or, coming from childhood, or coming from wherever, right? Wherever. Does it really matter? This is about really finding your way back to you. And so I just want to offer that to you, ascending the mountain as we do this reading, that you may reconsider meditation and like move it into a different word, or say something different about it, or kind of change what it is to you, especially if you've had a block around it. So what would be, what would make it feel more inviting, or more, maybe you have a block in your own mind about, this is something I don't have time for, or something that I don't know what I'm going to get out of it, or I can't see the result of this, or something like that. So if you're doing more of a walking meditation, you can actually do walking meditation, but you could also do something that's more, present moment drop-ins around the day. Just give it a try. See what you think. Wandering path. I've just been really focusing on Neptune these days. Neptune, as it ends its 14-year journey in Pisces, and it's going to move into Aries. I think I'll do a video about that for you, so you can get a sense of what it might mean for you when Neptune does move into Aries. We're also going to have Saturn there, so there's going to be a conjunction of Neptune and Saturn, and that is going to bring a lot of structure to things. And Neptune is about dissolving structure. So wherever that lands in your birth chart, there's going to be some kind of wandering path. Okay. So FYI, view from above, get the big picture, and joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Beautiful energy there. And this is a little bit about letting yourself kind of get off the beaten path, letting yourself get off of the way you normally do things, and move off of your traditional, well, on Wednesdays, this is what happens, and on Fridays, this is what happens, and on Saturdays, this is what happens. And see if you can just allow yourself to kind of float a little bit more. Okay. And, sort of flow with the energy of the day. That's always an interesting thing to do too, where, sometimes we come in. Okay. Let me back up a second. In the morning, when you're waking up and you're feeling your energy and you're feeling what's going on, and you're sort of preparing yourself for the day, what's ahead, you have an idea of what you're planning to do and all of that. And maybe just this one time, allow yourself to kind of go where the day takes you. Okay. That is going to be very Piscean. We have North Node in Pisces right now. So I feel like that is going to be very supported, especially for a lot of you who have a lot of Piscean energy, or who have a lot of Even Virgo. Next week we have the Virgo full moon, and that is going to be a closing out of certain systems, certain detail underpinnings of our life. Seven of Wands underneath, the Eight of Pentacles. Look at this. The Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Judgment card. Oh, yeah. The Strength card. This is about, look at this. This is like how long have you put in time and effort on something? And there is some, you might have been resisting the new thing coming in. Like, no, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing because I don't really know what else to do. Fair enough. But you are being called in a different direction. You are being called in a different direction, ascending the mountain. It's possible that this idea of just kind of flowing with a day is going to help you find what you're here to do or find this next path. Allow yourself to get out of your, I'm just going to say rigid routine. I don't mean that to sound like I'm being critical of it. I feel like there is a reason for the structure of it. Okay. And you're not wrong about that. There's no right, there's no wrong here. But what is happening is, how do I want to say this? So sometimes a strength can become a weakness. Too much of it turns it into a weakness. So let's say you have a very good attention to detail. And that's definitely a strength. But then you get so into the details that you can't see the vision of something. You can't see the big picture. So it's kind of like when I remember when I started out working in the world, and I would get a job and I would be given this one task to do. And like, I don't know why, I don't know how it fits in. I don't know. And like now, as I've, kind of grown and expanded my own mindset and my own ability to see business and things like that, like I can see like a bigger vision for something. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I get why that's important. Right. Like, and now that's critical to my doing something because I'm like, I kind of need to see the big picture of things. There's somebody here listening who needs to see the big picture of things. Whether I'm talking about your work or your relationships or whatever I'm talking about, like you need to see why somebody's in your life. You need to see why this person showed up, why this person went away, why this is happening right now, why you're being drawn in a different direction. The meditation piece can help you do that. Okay. That's one of those things that it's interesting when it shows up in the reading in my mindset when I'm starting to talk to you, it just showed right up, right? Meditation just showed right up. So there's something here about being able to see the big picture, view from above, and the Judgment card. Those are both big picture cards. And then you might be being drawn in a direction of your own happiness, your own joy and delight. Because now you can see the big picture. You're like, oh, okay, all of this stuff that I was doing was really preparing me for something else. Like that wasn't the main reason for doing that. There's a bigger purpose to it. That's interesting. Page of Wands, Eight of Swords, King of Wands. This person is very dynamic. That's the Leo energy here. And this is, I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of you who are being asked to step into your Leo energy of creativity and expansion. And what's going to come through is like some kind of inspiration. Something's going to get you excited. Like for me, when I feel blah or whatever, I go learn something. That's what excites me. Now, that might not be true for you, but I'm like, okay, I want to learn about this kind of astrology, or okay, I want to read this kind of book or take this kind of class. Like I have a lot of air in my chart, so that's why that is. And this is about like it's almost gotten transactional or too transactional. Like it's really time to break out of that, because I'm seeing this Six of Swords is going in a direction of like visionary action, visionary activity or something like that. Hi, here comes Charlie. You're going to get to meet Luna next week, a new girl dog who's coming in. Yeah. So you can come up on the table in 1 second. The Emperor here, Ace of Wands, bigger inspiration. Four of Swords. This is kind of like meditation. Like these ideas are coming in to you. Going to be super inspiring. Look at all this fire energy. Aries, Leo. That Eight of Swords is interesting. It's kind of like maybe this is something that you have been putting off for a while or not wanting to embrace for some reason. Like it's going to disrupt everything. It's going to make a mess of things. Come lay down. Devil energy. 10 of Cups. Wow. Wow. Okay, I kind of like this, even though this looks a little scary, but I don't think it is. I think this is like sudden interest, sudden excitement that's going to blast you out of a stuck place. Going to blast you out of a stuck place. Here, go over here. And the stuck place here, this Capricorn energy does feel a little bit like, oh, Charlie. Okay, just coming up for a cookie, huh? Oh my God. All right, so let me take a look at this devil energy. Why is this devil energy here? 10 of Wands. Oh, yeah. Heavy burden. 9 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, 3 of Swords. Hermit. King of Pentacles. Wow. All right. So this is Virgo. This is the Virgo full moon coming in. I feel like there is some kind of codependence in your life that is holding you back, meaning you're doing something for another person that's no longer helping you. That's not really gonna be helping you. It's time to move on from that. I've been getting this a lot lately. And there is a certain amount of sadness that goes with it because it's kind of like, well, I'm going to go away from that job. I'm going to go away from that relationship because I'm only looking at it in the most immediate sense. Like what I was talking about, like I'm not seeing the big picture of this. I'm not getting a sense of like why this person's in my life, why this person may be leaving my life. But there's definitely codependence here. It's like you're doing something for somebody else and you're no longer benefiting from it at all. That time has passed. Okay, that time has passed. So what about this Tower? What does this Tower look like? Star. Fool. Oh yeah, beautiful energy. 8 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. Why is that there? Page of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Swords. So there is going to be, this is like beautiful and freeing and awesome. And you're walking in a new direction. This is really kind of throwing you clear of a certain situation that has become too stuck. So whether it's you or another person, it's become too stagnant, too stuck. All right. This 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands. And the Tower comes through. This is also stuck. And this is also stuck. The 10 of Wands. And it's like, okay, it's fine. But there's going to be a certain amount of like endings that come along with this. 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. But you will have learned from this ending. I don't know what this ending is. I mean, the Virgo full moon is going to bring in some kind of massive ending. And it's like being suddenly called to the new thing. Like you'll suddenly know the direction to go in. 10 of Cups, the Star, the Fool. How does this show up, please? 7 of Cups. Oh, meditation. 7 of Cups, High Priestess, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Spirit is asking you to please call your office. And I mean that like you're too far away from your spiritual center right now. Please reconnect, reconnect with spirit. We have new messages, we have new things to download to you. I feel like you've not done it because I'm afraid. I don't it's almost like, have you ever been in a relationship where you're afraid to ask a question because you don't want to hear the answer? That's why you're stuck in a current situation, because I feel like you don't want to know that this is done. And it is done. This message has been so freaking loud this week. I'm going to continue on. Let's take a look at what you don't see coming. Even though I've already looked at this tower, there's more. And let's see how this plays out. All right. Link is below. If you want to continue with me, I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.